सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत। अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद एक ओंकार Is Maya our companion? Guru Nanak gives a simple answer to that in his Shabad in Rag Surat. He says, Maya saath na hoye. In Maya jag moheya Virla bhuj hai koi. Only a few understand that this Maya is not a true companion. So we're continuing our meditation on Maya, and today we'll do a meditation on this Shabad. I did sing this Shabad and arranged it some time ago, but I haven't put a video out. I haven't done my own translation of it. So while we do this Shabad, this meditation today, we'll try to come up with a translation of the Shabad. I'll also go over how I normally look at these things, how I look at other translations, and how I do these translations, and how they end up on these videos. Again, the question is Maya our companion? Maya means Ma-aya, the one that is not. Ma. Ma means not. I. That is not is Maya. The one that is Sacha, truth. We've done these concepts in our Darshan Sabad. So many times Sacha came. We listened to that Shabad too. But today, let's start with Maya Saath Na Hoye. I'm going to play the entire Shabad and also share the English translation that we traditionally have. So here we go. Maya Saath Na Hoye Baba, Maya saath na hoye, Maya saath na hoye Baba, Maya saath na hoye. In Maya jag moheya, virla bujhe koye. Maya saath na hoye Baba, Maya saath na hoye. Man hali kirtan
साणी करणी, शर्म पाणी तन खेत। नाम बीज संतोख सुहागा, रख गरीबी वेश। भाव करम कर जामसी, से घर भागठ देख। माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए। साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए। माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए। इन माया जग मोहेया, विरला बूझे कोए। माया साथ न होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए। मन हाली किरसाणी करणी, शर्म पाणी तन खेत। नाम बीज संतोख सुहागा, रख
माया साथ न
गरीबी
होए
वेश।
बाबा, माया साथ।
भाव करम कर जामसी, से घर भागठ देख। माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ।
माया साथ न होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए. You know, when I heard this Shabad, and whenever I hear this Shabad, I'm reminded of two stories. One is when I was a young boy and I was living in Delhi, I used to sleep with my grandfather. And every morning, he used to play this cassette where there used to be a Japji Sahib part, the entire Japji Sahib, and then a Shabad used to play. And that was this Shabad. It was Maya Saath Na Hoye. It was a composition sung by Bhai Tarlochan Singh. So whenever I think of this Shabad, I'm reminded of that time. There's also a second story, and that's what we will go over today. It's a story of Guru Nanak and Dhuni Chand. I think some of you might know it. But these stories are so beautiful, it's always great to connect with them again. Maya saath na hoye, Baba Maya saath na hoye. Maya might not be with us, but the Guru must be with us. Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana, they used to travel many different parts of the world. Once upon a time, they traveled to a beautiful town near Lahore. It's currently in Pakistan. Guru Nanak, like he normally used to, he set up camp outside the city. He sat on a green, grassy spot near the river Ravi. And he started meditating. In this tranquil spot, Guru Nanak fixed his thoughts on Vaheguru. And he told Bhai Mardana, Mardanya, Rabab Chhed, Bani Aiya. He said, Bhai Mardana, play the Rabab, because the word of my beloved has come. And Bhai Mardana used to sing with him. They would sing together, and they would sing, Maya saath na hoye Baba, Maya saath na hoye, in Maya jag moheya, Vidla bujhe koe, Maya saath na hoye Baba. Soon people would hear these simple and heart-rending melodies, and they would gather around Guru Nanak and Mardana. And Bhai Mardana would play the Rabab, and he would sing, and Guru Nanak would also sing. And folks from everywhere would gather in the mornings and the evenings, and they would all sing with them. They would all sing Maya Saath Na Hoye. They loved hearing Guru Nanak's messages about life, about the importance of meditation, about Satnam, the truth, Sacha, and about Maya. One of these days, on such a beautiful recital, a rich man from Lahore came and met Guru Nanak. His name was Dhuni Chand. He said, Guru Nanak, I want you to come home. I want you to come to my place. Guru Nanak said, I'm fine, I'm all right here. I'm really fond of nature. I'm not really, I love the natural setting. I don't need to be in a certain place, in a very opulent palace to be singing. And, it might cause you inconvenience and unnecessary trouble. I'm fine here. You can come here and listen to the Bani. But Dhuni Chand was insistent. He said, please, Guru Nanak, I want you to come home. I want you to come home. And when they reached home, Guru Nanak saw these large prominent flags outside his home. There were 7 large flags. 7 large flags were flying outside his home, and he smiled looking at these flags. Dhuni Chand took Guru Sahib and Bhai Mardana, and he took him inside the house. He gave him amazing food to eat. It was a selection. He gave him cool water, juices to drink. Then he sat near Guru Nanak with folded hands. He said it was his father's Shrad and that he had fed 100 Brahmins at home. Guru Nanak replied, it was 2 days since his father had eaten anything, and yet he had said he had fed 100 Brahmins for him. Dhuni Chand asked where his father was. Guru Nanak replied that he had become incarnate as a wolf, which was now in the clump of the trees 6 miles away. The reason his father's soul had entered a wolf was while he was in human form, he coveted meat that was being cooked by a neighbor. He was jealous, and he had died in the desire. And Dunichan started thinking. After some time, Guru Nanak said, "A number of flags are flying on your roof. What are these for?" Even though he knew, he wanted Dunichan himself to answer. Dunichan said, "They are to show how much wealth I have. There are 7 flags out there. Each flag represents 1 lakh rupees. I have made 7 lakh rupees with all the trading that I've been doing. I've made so much money, and I've put it out so people know how much money I have." And Guru Nanak said, "Wow, you're a very rich man. That must mean you are very happy and contented." Dunichan said, "Holy sir, I cannot lie to you. There are some people who are much richer than I am. And this makes me sad, and I desire to have more and more wealth. I want to be the richest man in the city, and then the richest man in the country. I cannot feel completely happy and satisfied until my desire is fulfilled. Can you help me, please? Can you help me gain more and more riches? You are a holy man. If you bless me, I will get everything I want." Guru Nanak said, "But aren't the people who are richer than you trying to become even richer? Because they have other people to look at who have been richer. It seems like there's a race between you and them to become the richest in the city." What if one person can be the richest? All the other will be unhappy. And will that one person who's the richest be the happiest? Guru Nanak says, "Mardanya, Rabab Chhed, Bani Aaye." Then he sang this Shabad again, "Maya Saath Na Hoye." We've been doing the first antara. Let's this time go over the meaning of the Shabad as we do it.
साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए, माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए। इन माया जग मोहेया, विरला बूझे कोए। माया साथ न होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए। मन हाली किरसाणी करणी, शर्म पाणी तन खेत। नाम बीज संतोख सुहागा, रख गरीबी वेस। भाव करम कर जामसी से घर भागठ देख माया साथ ना होए बाबा माया साथ ना होए
माया साथ ना होए बाबा माया साथ ना होए मन हाली किरसाणी करनी शर्म पानी तन खेत. And I'll go through the traditional translation and then we'll try to together do a translation. Make your mind the farmer, good deeds the farm, modesty the water, and your body the field. नाम बीज संतोख सुहागा रख गरीबी वेश. Let the Lord's name be your seed, contentment the plow, and your humble dress the fence. Bhav karam kar jamsi se ghar bhagat dekh. Doing deeds of love, the seeds shall sprout, and you shall see your home flourish. Guru Nanak's message here is, do that kind of farming, do that kind of work whose fruit is love. And if your fruit is love, you shall see your home flourish. That will be the greatest wealth. Duni Chand, have you sowed the seed of love, sowed the seed of Naam, so you can get the fruit of love? Duni Chand said, Guru Nanak, I have had no time to do such meditation. I have just been after wealth. Day and night I worked hard. Guru Nanak smiled. He said, do you have time to do a small favor for me? Now Duni Chand knew that Guru Nanak could do anything for him. So he said, yeah, I will do anything for you, Guru Nanak. Bhai Mandana was watching and Guru Nanak slipped his hand in his pouch and got a little needle out. He said, Duni Chand, here's a needle. Please keep this safely with you. And please give this to me in the next world. Duni Chand took the needle from Guru Nanak's hands and he was very excited. He went to his wife. He says, look, the Guru has given me a needle. And he says, I can achieve anything. I will get all the wealth in the world now. I just need to keep this safe and give it to him in the other world. She said, are you mad, Duni Chand? How can the needle go to the next world? And now when you go to the next world, you will have a debt from a holy man they will push you into hell. You won't even get to go to heaven. As soon as possible, go give this needle back to Guru Nanak. Otherwise, you're going to hell. You can never repay his debt, even though it's a small needle. Duni Chand went back to Guru Nanak. He said, "Holy Sir, please take this needle back. I cannot take this to the next world. I cannot carry it to the next world. Who knows what's there? It's not possible." Guru Nanak smiled and said, "Duni Chand, this needle is so small and so light. If this small needle cannot go with you to the next world, how will the 7 lakh rupees with the 7 flags you have go with you? What good would be these in the court of God?" Duni Chand started thinking, sat down, and Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana started singing the rest of the Shabad.
आण हट कर आर जा, सच नाम कर वत, सुरत सोच कर भांड सार, तिस विच तिस नो रख, वण जारा सो वड़ज कर, लैला मन हस, माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए, माया साथ ना होए बाबा।
माया साथ न होए, Baba Maya Saath na hoye. There was a comment, Manhali Kirsani Karni. These lines have left me pondering. If these lines are leaving you pondering, the Shabad is starting to work. The Shabad starts to work when you take it inside and you ask your own questions. Don't read these translations, translate it yourself. And we'll go back to this Shabad and we'll try to retranslate this Shabad. The translation that I'm reading right now is what has been given down to us traditionally. It says, Haan hat kar arja, sach naam kar vat. Make your ever-decreasing life your shop, and make the Lord's name your merchandise. Each line, each word that Guru Nanak has spoken here is worth meditating upon. And so while we're going through this very fast, I promise I'm going to come back. Surat soch kar bhand saal, tis vich tis no rakh. Make understanding and contemplation your warehouse. Once you have a seed, you need to store it somewhere. This is the store. Make understanding and contemplation your warehouse, and in that warehouse store the Lord's name. Vanjarya so vanj kar, le laha man has. And then deal with the Lord's dealers. He's saying trade with the traders. Vanjarya so vanj kar. Distribute it. And by distributing, you will earn profits. Distribute love, he's saying. Grow the seed of name and you will have the fruit of love. Store this love in your understanding, in your contemplation, and then distribute it to everyone you see. Distribute the love. And how do you distribute? He goes on. He says, Sun sa sat saudagari, sat ghode le chal. You won't need to walk to the palace of God. You will get horses, the horses of truth. They will take you there fast. And then you can trade. Kharch ban changyaiyan. Gather up the merits. When you go on travel, you need some money. He says, take good deeds as what you will need to be spending there. Mat man jane kal. And don't wait for tomorrow. Do the good deeds today. Mat man jane kal. Don't think that tomorrow is going to come. I'm going to do these good deeds tomorrow. Do them now. Kharch ban changyaiyan. Mat man jane kal. Nirankar ke des jahe. Ta sukh lahe mahal. And then you will reach the palace of oneness. Let's listen to these lines.
Sun sa sat saudagari, sat ghode le chal. खर्च बन चंगे आइया, मत मन जाने कल. निरंकार कै देस जाहे, ता सुख लहे महल. माया साथ होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए, माया साथ न होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए. लाए चित कर चाकरी, मन नाम कर कम. बन बदियां कर धावणी, ताको आखै धन. नानक वेखै नदर कर, चढ़ै चवगन वन. माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए. इन माया जग मोहया, विरला बूझै कोए. माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए. माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए. माया साथ न होए, माया साथ न होए. माया साथ न
होए बाबा माया साथ न होए, माया साथ न होए बाबा माया साथ न होए। And the last step, laye chit kar chakri. When you reach, when you have all this love, you've packed it along, you've taken it, you've gotten the horses, and you get there, make sure you serve. Laye chit kar chakri, make sure you serve. मन नाम कर कम, गाविए सुनिए मन रखिए भाव। भाव ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ, ਸੁਣਨਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਗਾਣਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੰਨਣਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ। You have to sing, to listen, to understand everything with love. बन बदियां कर धावनी. Guru Nanak does this beautifully. He takes a noun and he converts it into a verb. He takes a verb, converts it into a noun. It's very hard to understand, but when it makes the writing very compact. So in very few words, he's able to say so many things. बन बदियां कर धावनी. Dhavani is running. What are we all doing? We are running after Maya. We are running after these things that are not really our companions. Maya saath na hoye. The one that goes with us to this mahal, to this palace of oneness, is not Maya. But we are all running because of badiyan, or demerits. And Guru Nanak says, ban badiyan kar dhavani. And here it says, let your work be the restraint from sin. But you feel how beautifully he has said it, ban badiyan. Take your badiyan, take your demerits, your vices, and ban, tie them down. Tie them down. Ban badiyan kar dhavani. All the running after that you're doing to get to the Maya, to the wealth, to whatever the heck you want in this world, instead of that running, run and capture your vices. This should be your work. If there's any running that you need to do, you need to run and save yourself from your own vices. Ban badiyan kar dhavani, taako aakhe dhan. If you want to be great, if you want to go to greatness, if you want to put the 7 flags outside your house, and if you want these to be true in the Lord's palace, ban badiyan kar dhavani. The work that you need to do, the running around that you need to do, dhavani is running around. The running around that you need to do is to tie your vices. But you see how difficult it becomes to translate this, and when you translate it and you say, let your work be restraint from sin, only then people will call you blessed. It doesn't really give you even the body of the Shabad. Leave apart the soul. The soul will come when you sing it and hear it again and again and again. But the running that we need to do is to capture our vices. That's why Guru Arjan Dev says,
हर जन राखे गुरु गोविंद, राखे गुरु गोविंद। कंठ लाए अवगुण सब मेटे, दयाल पुरख बख्शंद।
कंठ लाए अवगुण सब मेटे. You have to delete all your vices. Avgun sab mete, ban badiyan. This is the same exact thing. Nanak vekhe nadar kar, chade chavgan van. Your beauty will be four-timed when the Guru watches you. Vekhe nadar kar, when he glances you with his grace. Again, we're going back to darshan. You see how we started with, if you really need darshan, you need to remove the maya. For darshan, we need to remove the maya. We need to run around to tie our vices, to work hard to tie our vices. It's very hard, so we have to run around dhavani. Let's go back and look at some of the words that I found a little perplexing, that were translated a little differently by different people. So whenever I look at any shabad, I go and look at, I try to understand it myself without looking at any translations. Then, when I come up with a translation, I see what other people are saying and see if I've missed anything. In this case, this is a very difficult shabad to understand because there are so many metaphors and there are extended metaphors. But the shabad is about Maya. Maya is not your companion. If you need to go from where you are to happiness, you take this journey of life. Guru Nanak is saying, look, if you want to take this journey, who's going to be your companion is not Maya. What you see here and the wealth that you have by working hard. What kind of work does everyone do in this world? We either produce something, we trade something, or we do services. And he's covered all of this in the Shabad. He's talking about growing seed, but it could be producing anything. It could be making software. And the metaphors would work there. It would be then trading the software, selling the software in a shop. And then it would be servicing someone if it doesn't work. That was the last antra. So let us look at a few different translations of this. Man hali kirsani karni saram pani tan khet. Says, make your mind the farmer, good deeds the farm, modesty the water, and your body the field. Here it says saram pani. You see how it says saram pani? And it's translated as modesty the water by two translators. But then you look at Sahib Singh Ji. This is Sahib Singh Ji's translation. It is in Punjabi. He says, "Mehnat naam fasal vaste pani hai." So he's translating this saram as shram. Saram could be modesty, sharam. That's the Farsi definition. But Professor Sahib Singh Ji, he used shram. And I agree with him. Because this Shabad is using a lot of metaphors from the Indic languages. A lot of the Indian languages are used. So he's likely using this. And it would make sense because later on he says, Rakh garibi ves. He's repeating sort of modesty here. Garibi is modesty. So what he didn't mean make modesty your water. And think about it, how beautiful this is. If he says, if you want to grow love, eventually you're growing love. Bhav karam kar jamsi. Karam is the fruit, right? And that wasn't very clear from these definitions. But this is why you need to also think. Karam is our fruit. Bhav karam kar jamsi. If you want to grow love, do this. You take your body as the farm. Your body is a property that has been given to you. And the more water you put on it, the more crop you will have, right? This year, there has been a bumper crop in Punjab because there was a lot of water. There's been a lot of water. Glaciers are melting. There's more water. There's more fasal, right? Saram pani. So he says, the more water you put, the more crops you will have. The more hard work you do, the more love you will have. This love comes from hard work. And what kind of hard work? That we've seen in other Shabads. But you've become the farmer that's working hard to take this Naam Bij and produce love, basically. There was another word here that was mistranslated. Saram was mistranslated in the first line. Naam Bij Santok Suhaga. Now Suhaga has been translated like as a plow. Naam Bij Santok Suhaga. Plow is something that you plow the land with, you dig it. And then someone else called it the earth crusher. And I don't know if anyone else translated it any differently. The Farid Koti translation says, Santok ka suhaga pheriye aur naam ka bij paiye. Santok ka suhaga pheriye. Now they've assumed that we understand what a suhaga is. What a suhaga is sort of a leveler. When you before sowing seed in the land, you level the land and then you plow it. So suhaga is the thing that levels the land. And what he's saying, you have to level your land. And land, remember, was your body. So to level your body, to level your mind, you have to use santok, contentment. Contentment is what levels us. You know, you see how beautiful each and every metaphor is? You cannot translate suhaga as plow. Plow is digging. You don't dig your body with santok. You level your mind with santok. So the suhaga is something that levels you. So naam bij santok suhaga rakh garibi ves. And here I was explaining how Guru Nanak changes nouns and verbs. Here, rakh garibi ves, he's not saying dress humbly. Garibi ka ves rakh. He's not using rakh as a verb. He's using rakh as a noun. When you sow your seed in a field, birds can come and eat the seed before it comes out. So you have to protect the field with something. You put scarecrows or something that protects the field. And that's called rakh. It's a noun. A protection. So if you have a garibi vase, if you have modesty, no one is going to try to steal from you. You see how beautiful this metaphor is? If you have modesty, no one wants to steal from you. Everyone wants to enjoy who you are. Rakh garibi ves means your protection is your humility. Your garb of humility is your fence. Your humble dress, the fence. So you see how beautiful these metaphors are. Let me share with all of you what I came up with in terms of a translation for this shabad, for just these lines. Man hali kirsani karni. So let me add it here. Man hali kirsani karni saram pani tan khet. Naam bij santok suhaga rakh garibi ves. Bhav karam kar jamsi se ghar bhagat dekh. O plower mind, irrigate your body farm with the water of diligence. Level the ground with contentment, sow the seed of true essence, Naam, and protect it with modesty. Then you will see your home flourish with the fruit of love. Let me repeat that. O plower mind, irrigate your body farm with the water of diligence. Level the ground with contentment. Sow the seed of true essence and protect it with modesty. Then you will see your home will flourish with the fruit of love. Now I'm also telling you, this is sort of my way of understanding the Shabad. I'll go into each line, look at what the words mean. There's another useful resource here that I want to share with you. There's a website called the Shri Granth. This is what the website looks like. And you can go into this website and go into this Shabad. And so you see here, Man hali kirsani karni saram pani tan khet. Naam bij santok suhaga. And someone else was saying suhaga could be soil. That was Avinashji. So what this website they've done really well is you can click on any of these words and then you can see, you can go directly to multiple dictionaries. So if you click on suhaga, you see how we got here. The Mahan Kosh is by far the best dictionary for Guru Granth Sahib. But then there are other dictionaries as well, and you will see what these are here, right? So you see the translation here: leveler, harrow, ek hara pradarth naam. Suhaga, you see how there could be multiple definitions of this. ਜ਼ਿਮੀਦਾਰ ਇੱਕ ਸੰਦ ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਖੇਤ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਭੰਨੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਇਸ ਦਾ ਆਕਾਰ ਚਪਟਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਹੈਰੋ। So here is the sort of the definition of suhaga. They will also point out where you will see suhaga. But you can also do something else, and I do that as well. I'll just look up suhaga on Google, and then what is the use of suhaga? Suhaga is a salt. So this is obviously different suhaga. They're talking about a suhaga salt. But then let's see suhaga for agriculture. Let's see if that gets us something. Suhaga, this is used to thresh both wheat and paddy crops according to traditional practice, though the rubbing action of suhaga with the tiller of the crops. Land leveler. You see here, this is a suhaga. These land leveler suhaga are made of very high quality of raw material, and so they're still selling these. They attach them to a tractor and they level the ground. So going back to the shabad, man hali kirsani karni sharam pani tan khet. The way I would translate it is, O plower mind, irrigate your body farm with the water of diligence. Level the ground with contentment, sow the seed of the true essence, and protect it with modesty, and then you will see your home will flourish with the fruit of love. So there are multiple, other people are coming with different definitions, and there are some people who are sharing links, so that's very useful. Thank you so much. But what I want to impress upon all of you is, don't look at these translations and take them for granted. These are the translations that are translating some very complicated concepts. And there could be multiple meanings, there could be different meanings, there could be incorrect meanings. I would highly, highly encourage everyone to do their own translations. I enjoy this process. Once I'm done with the Shabad, I listen to it again and again, and I do the translations myself. And then eventually I'll put them on a video. So you're seeing the process that goes before making the video. I do this. Just to share with you another one of them. Haan hat kar arja, sach naam kar vath, surat soch kar bhaan saal, tis vich tisno rakh, van jaaryan syon vadj kar, le laha man has. So here the traditional translation goes, make your ever-decreasing life your shop. Make the Lord's name your merchandise. Make understanding and companion and contemplation your warehouse. And in that warehouse, store the Lord's name. Van jaaryan so vanaj kar, le laha man has. Deal with the Lord's dealers, earn your profits, and rejoice in your mind. And I took a stab at translating this, and this is what I came up with. Now, Harn means, Harn is from the same as honey, or something that's that's lowering it or decreasing something. Han hut. This shop that is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Our life is something that becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. So he's saying our life is like a shop, but a shop that becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. So in the ever decreasing shop of life, make true essence your merchandise. Sach Naam Karvat. Store this in the warehouse of understanding and contemplation. And trade this with the truth traders, enjoying and rejoicing, O mind. So when I do these translations, I also try to think, if I didn't have the original Bani and I was just reading this, would I get the essence of Guru Nanak's words? It's important to get the essence out more than to get the exact phrasing, exactly how it's phrased in the Gurbani. Because when you write in English, it should sound like it's a normal English sentence. But when you don't, you sound like you don't sound like you're in normal English, and it's harder to understand. Something like, make your ever-decreasing life your shop and make the Lord's name your merchandise. Make understanding your contemplation your warehouse, and in that warehouse store the Lord's name. There's a lot of acrobatics your mind has to do in understanding that. So you have to use, in fact, you have to use the devices that Guru Nanak himself uses. That's why he can make it so short. And one of the other things that I try to do is make the translations short, so there are fewer words that people have to read. The fewer words people have to read, the more they can think. And thinking is a lot more important than those words, because it's the essence behind the word that you're after. So the translation becomes, in the ever-decreasing shop of life. You can make it even simpler. Maybe I was thinking of, in your ever-decreasing life, but then you're missing the shop. In the ever-decreasing, there might not be a better way of saying, better, shorter way of saying, in the ever-decreasing shop of life. But I keep continuing to think about how this can be said better in normal English. In the ever-decreasing shop of life, make the true essence your merchandise. Store this in the warehouse of understanding and contemplation. And trade this with true traders, enjoying and rejoicing on mind. Again, if Naam was the Shabad Kirtan, Shabad is Naam, right? Here what he is saying, Vanjarya syo Vanajkar, this is what we are doing right now. I'm sharing this with you, you will share this with others. This is sort of a trade. This is a trade of love. I trade it with you, and you send me beautiful messages like this. Bharat Bhushan ji just said, through such satsangs we can get closer to the true meanings. Thanks. I'm sharing my love. Bharat ji just shared his love. And this is the trade. Varnajarya so varnajkar, le laha man has. Laha is profit. Le laha. Take the profit. Man has. And has has been described as just hasna, being pleased. So the mind will rejoice and profit. So it's not really rejoicing and enjoying, it's really profiting and rejoicing. Traders of truth. In the ever decreasing shop of life, make true essence your merchandise. Store this in the warehouse of understanding and contemplation, and trade this with the traders of truth, profiting and rejoicing. And so you see how O mind comes here, when in normal English, what you would do is you would put O mind here. O mind, in the ever-decreasing shop of life, make true essence your merchandise. Store this in the warehouse of understanding and contemplation. You see, everything was about mind, understanding, contemplation, life, trade, and trade this with the traders of truth, profiting and rejoicing. But now we've fixed the order so it sounds like normal English. सुन सा सत सौदागरी सत घोड़े लै चल खर्च बन चंगियाइयां मत मन जाने कल निरंकार कै देश जाहे तां सुख लहै महल. So I came up with a slightly different translation. Through listening to scriptures, you will ride the horses of purity. Sat ghode. Sat, sati, which is different from sach, which came in the previous antara. Sach naam kar vat. The true name is your merchandise, but sat ghode le chal. This is the horses of purity. If you want to go faster, you use a horse. So if you want to go faster, he says, Guru says, purify yourself. Let your trade be listening to scripture, and let truth be the horses that you sell. I don't think it's truth here. I think it's purity. Through listening to scriptures, you will ride the horses of purity. Take goodness along, don't wait for tomorrow. Kharch ban changyaiyan, mat man jane kal. Take goodness along. निरंकार के देश जाए तां सुख लहे महल. Only then you will reach the mansion of the formless one. And in the end, laye chit kar chakri, man naam kar kam, ban badiyan kar dhavani, ताको आखे धन नानक वेखे नदर कर चढ़े चवगण वन. And this is how I would translate it. Serving the Lord with your heart, accepting His doing is your purpose. Striving to restrain your misdeeds is what brings you to greatness. See how all of these are just amazingly beautiful insights into life, into traveling to this one place, which is oneness. And in this traveling, Guru Nanak is reminding us, look, Maya saath na hoye. All that you see, the wealth, even family, friends, sang sakha, they're not going to be with you. Take ek Raghunath. The Lord's name goes with you. So take that as your seed. And if you put the seed of Naam, you will attain the fruit of Bhav, or the fruit of love. And then you take this fruit, or whatever you've made, your profit, you store it first, and you trade it with others. Haan hat kar aaja, you trade this with others, this fruit that you've attained, the fruit of love. And then with the same fruit, sun sasat saudagari sat ghode le chal. Listen to others. You've been taking this naam that was inside, but listen to the sasat saudagari. Listen to what the scriptures are saying. Listen to the wise ones, what other people are saying. Sat ghode le chal. And then you will become pure, and then you will go faster with this love. Kharj ban changaiyan. Do goodness. Do good. Don't wait for tomorrow. And you will reach the house of the beloved. Nirankar ke desh jaye. You will reach the house of the beloved. And then when you get to the house of beloved, what do? Laye chit kar chakri, man naam kar kam. Ban badiyan kar dhavni, taako aakhe dhan. Nanak vekhe nadar kar, chade chavgan man. There's a long note from Neet Kaur, and let's see if I wanna read it. I'm gonna post it and read it slow. Today's topic reminds me of an excerpt I read long time back that stayed with me, sharing it humbly with everyone. I live as if money doesn't matter. I spend it freely and give it away and freely, and share it generously and act actually just that way, as if it doesn't matter. You keep acting that way with your money and you're going to lose it all. You mean use it all? You can't lose money, you can only use it. Money that is used is not lost. Somebody has it. It hasn't disappeared. The question is, who has it? If it went to people who sold me things or did things for me that I wanted done, how did I lose anything? And if it goes to doing good works or meeting the needs of others, where is the loss in that? But if you don't hold on to it, you won't have any left. I don't hold on to anything that I have. I've learned that it's when I hold on to something that I lose it. I hold on to love. I may as well not have any. If I hold on to money, it is worthless. Some beautiful thoughts from Neet Kaur. I'm going to be reading these thoughts. I've been mostly playing the Shabad and telling you about my thoughts on this Shabad and how I've been trying to translate it. Eventually, I'd love to do a video of it and then share it. But let me play the Shabad in its totality. And as I play this whole Shabad, I'll go through all the comments that I might have missed. So here we go. And before that, Louise said something that I want to share. Love this translation process, how symbols shift between parts of speeches and across cultures. An old French saying that we have mountains to climb and oceans to drink does not say why we would want to do such a thing. This Shabad explains clearly the rich rewards to be reaped through the toils of life. Glory be Satnam. Beautifully said. Let's listen to the Shabad and I'll try to post comments.
माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए, माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए। इन माया जग मोहेया, विरला बूझे कोए। माया साथ न होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए। मन हाली किरसाणी करणी, शर्म पाणी तन खेत। नाम बीज संतोख सुहागा, रख गरीबी वेश। भाव करम कर जामसी, से घर भागठ देख। माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए। हाण हट कर हार जा, सच नाम कर वथ। सुरत सोच कर भांड सार, तिस विच तिस नो रख। वण जारा सो वड़ज कर, लैला मन हस। माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ ना होए। माया साथ ना होए बाबा। सुन सासत सौदागरी, सत घोड़े ले चल। खर्च बन चंगे आइया, मत मन जाने है कल। निरंकार कै देश जाहे, ता सुख लहै महल। माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए। माया साथ ना होए बाबा, माया साथ न होए। लाए चित कर चाकरी, मन नाम कर कम। बन बदियां कर धावणी, ताको आखै धन। नानक वेखै न दर कर चढ़ै चवगन वन माया साथ ना होए बाबा माया साथ न होए इन माया जग मोहया बिरला बूझै कोए माया साथ ना होए बाबा माया साथ न होए माया साथ ना होए बाबा माया साथ न होए माया साथ न होए माया साथ न होए
माया साथ न होए बाबा माया साथ न होए. It is said that Dhuni Chand, when Guru Nanak said, Dhuni Chand, this needle is so small and light, it cannot go with you to the next world. How can 70 million rupees, the 7 lakh rupees that you talk about, how will they ever go to the next world? What good is this wealth if it doesn't go with you? And someone was saying, but compassion is also Maya, isn't it? I'll tell you why it's not. Because the compassion is a shared entity between all of us that survives us. Love is a shared entity that's beyond us. And it has staying power. It is with us now and it will be with us forever. However, Maya saath na hoye. Maya doesn't stay with you. Dhuni Chand realized the futility of wealth. He fell at the feet of Guru Nanak. He said, please Guruji, tell me how my wealth can go to the next world. Guru Nanak says, what can go to the next world is your love. Love all your fellow human beings. Distribute your wealth. Help the poor. Clothe the poor. Feed the hungry. If you spend honestly your earned wealth on your righteous things, this compassion is not Maya. It will be with you. It will stay here for centuries. Even today we talk about Dhuni Chand because we remember he transformed. He became a generous man. He helped the poor. He fed the hungry. He clothed the poor. So while the wealth is Maya, you can transform it so it becomes compassion. We did this Shabad last time. जैसे अगन उदर में तैसी बाहर माया, माया अगन सब इको जेही करतै खेल रचाया, जां तिस भाणा ता जम्या परवार भला भाया, लिव छुड़की लगी तृष्णा माया अमर वर्ताया. ए माया जित हर विसरै मोह उपजै भाव दूजा लाया, कहे नानक गुर प्रसादी jina liv lagi, tini vicche maya paya. If you connect yourself to oneness, you within Maya will achieve oneness. Our purpose is to be within Maya, but go beyond. Wonderful seeing all of you, Amrita Singh ji, and Prerna ji, and Avinash ji. Wonderful. Karandeep Singh ji, when am I coming to Toronto? I might be coming soon actually, for some family reasons. Email me and happy to connect with you. Sudarshan Kumar ji, wonderful seeing you. Dev Murthy ji Khalsa, blessings to you as well. And Anchal Kalra, Vaheguru. Romi ji, wonderful seeing you. And all the Guru Pyare from everywhere around the world, wonderful seeing all of you. We'll do another session on Maya next week, perhaps a different Shabad, perhaps a different topic, who knows. We'll go where the Guru takes us. I'll release this Shabad this week, a video. And I also have a new Shabad coming up from Guru Nanak, and that's about deer, and how a deer is trapped in Maya. And so I'll be releasing that in the next couple of weeks. Pretty exciting, because every time I release a new Shabad, it's done, it's gone out of the world, it meets all the Sadh Sangat. It's like sharing the love that I have, and then I can work on more other things that I have piled on my computer. So wonderful seeing all of you, and we'll see you next week. Until then, bye.